Got a huge Facebook Marketplace deal going down again. Just the same guy I worked with on my first sale. So total $4,200 is the value of everything. Doing it for 80%, so I'm getting around $3,300. So let's look at what we got. Both the Sword and Shield base set ETBs, both Mega Evolution base set ETBs, Black Bolt White Flare ETB, Surging Sparks Journey Together, both Temporal Forces, Stellar Crown Shroud of Fable, both Paradox Rift. Under that, we got both Battle Styles. Then we got Rebel Clash, which is a pretty good one. Under there, Vivid Voltage. So, just some of the smaller, slow mover ETBs, Darkness Ablaze, Champion's Path, Chilling Rain. I think under here is the other Chilling Rain. Yep. So both the Chilling Rains, Shining Fates. These really just over the past year or two. Lost Origin's going up a little bit, but most of these other smaller ones, just slower sale volume, smaller gains. So Astral Radiance too, that's still under $100, I think. Pokemon Go, last couple in this box, Brilliant Stars, and Silver Tempest. So all these ETBs in the deal, and then we got right here. So Fusion Strike unfortunately has a rip, so a little bit of a discount for that one as well. Paldea Evolved's like 180 now, I think. Perfect Order. Got both the Scarlet Violet base set ETBs here, and then Twilight Masquerade. So yeah, 80%. I think I'm in for all these ETBs around $2,000. So selling for $3,300. Again, same like the first sale, up $1,300. I'm gonna take all this, consolidate it into just some plays I think will perform better. Again, I've had all these ETBs for the past year or two now, just collecting, building my ETB wall. And, it's time to take these funds and put it into something that will perform better over the next couple of years. That's the goal.
All right, guys, just want to make this video because I just finished my second massive deal. Again, it was like a few $1,000. Same guy and everything, as I already mentioned. So I just want to bring up again, why am I selling so much of my collection right now? All of these ETBs, I've only had them for like 2 years. You should have held on to them longer. They would have made more money in a few years from now if you held them. Well, I pay attention to my investments, as should everyone. And over the past year and a half, 2 years now, I'm watching, my Darkness Ablaze, my Vivid Voltage, Shining Fates, all of these ETBs that I just sold. What they've done in the past year is they've gone up very, very small margins, like 10 to 20%. There's a couple of them, I got the Paldea Evolved from Hills Wholesale for like $70 like a year and a half ago, and now it's like 180. Like there's a few in the deal that have done very well, and that's where I made my margin on them. But all these other ones, even the Temporal Forces, the Paradox Rift, it's just, a lot of them, fortunately, I got at Walmart for like 50, $55, and now at least they're like $100. So there was some good margin there, but just compared to other things that I didn't find at Walmart and stuff like that, they just didn't perform well. I got Darkness Ablaze for like $80 on eBay last year, and it's like $95 now. It just, all in all, I know if I take all this money, and that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take all this money like I did last time. I'm going to get either a case of Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, or maybe also couple in like a Surging Sparks booster box case, something like that that's been stagnant this past year now, that I think will perform when it gets out of the print rotation next year and there's no more printing for it. I know these investments in the next 2, 3, 4 years will significantly outperform me holding on to these, like I said, the Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, Shining Fates. Like in 2, 3, 4 years from now, sure, those ETBs might be worth maybe $200, maybe $250 at the most. And I just don't see that outperforming like a Prismatic ETB case or like a Surging Sparks booster box case. Even I might think about getting an Ascended Heroes ETB case, even though I think it's still coming out of the gate really hot. I still think in 2, 3, 4 years from now, that's the goal, is to take this money and to put it into longer term investments now that I've been paying attention, learning how to invest differently, learning what assets perform better than others in the world of Pokemon. The regular ETBs really I don't see as top tier investments unless it's like a 151, which I got for $250 last year, and now it's like almost $700. I kept that. I kept my Celebrations ETB that I paid $100 for last year, and it's pushing $350. I still got a Crown Zenith Pokemon Center ETB that I paid for $200 last year, and that's $600. And then I got my XY Fates Collide ETB that I just bought. That's a long term. All these are still long term investments. All my Pokemon Center ETBs, those are still long term holds, because I believe those will outperform the booster boxes. I really do. That's why I'm holding on to them. But now I can take these funds, put them into some other, consolidated plays that I can just store away and not have to, worry about an ETB getting a rip or tear in it. Like my Fusion Strike one had a rip in it. And and just, you know, you move them all around all the time. I got a couple cases now. I can just like keep them safe and sealed. I don't have to worry about like people micromanaging if there's like a rip or like any sort of like finger imprintation. I don't have to worry about like mold or something coming through the ETBs. Not that that would be an issue anyways, because I have temperature control in my house, but you know what I'm getting at is just, you know, consolidating top tier sets. That's the goal now. That's what I've learned over the past couple of years, you know, following Nostalgianomics, Pokey Profit, Pokey Plumber, like all these guys, you know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I hope this video is helpful to someone. You know, if you have or noticed, you know, in your collector app or whatever you're using, like, oh, I got some ETBs the past like couple of years now, they just really, unless you're collecting, I get it. But if you're like, oh, you know, I was hoping these would kind of perform better than they have, don't be afraid to, you know, try selling them. Like, that's why I did a mass sale at 80% of a lot of these, because I know they're not what other people are chasing, and that's why I offloaded them. At 80%, I still made, you know, I think like $1,200 profit, all said and done. So consider looking at your collection and think, you know, what do I really want to collect for the long-term future? What am I comfortable getting rid of and putting into something else? Like if you got like 2 Temporal Forces ETBs, you could maybe sell for $200 and convert that into a Prismatic Evolutions ETB. Just something for you to think about. So I hope this video finds someone helpful. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are investing in. What are you collecting? Yeah, just want to hear what other people are doing. But I hope you enjoyed the video, my process. That's all I'm doing is trying to share it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks.